Hey guys, good morning. This is a must watch video because I'm about to break down the steps that it took for my client to make $10,734 in 14 days. And when I asked how long would it have taken you to make the same amount of money at your job? Her answer was 34 weeks. It would have taken her 34 weeks to make this same amount of money at her job. I think I need you to do the math. Do the math on how long it would have taken you to make $20,000 at your job, and then decide if you need to watch this whole video or not. First thing I'm going to tell you is that I'm going to be breaking these steps down at the Total Woman Summit, all the way down to the lowest common denominator. So if you haven't gotten your ticket already, go to bit.ly/totalwoman21 and grab your ticket for $20.21. Small price to pay, might I add. Small price to pay for you to be able to understand this level of strategy. But I'm going to give you a high level overview this morning. So if you haven't already shared the broadcast, share the broadcast, grab a pen and paper, and listen to what I'm about to say. Because I think it's critical to women understanding that nobody can tell you what you're worth. Definitely not a job. They don't have enough money at a job to pay you for what you're worth. And the truth of the matter is that if you follow these steps, regardless as to what you sell or who you are, you're going to make more money than at your job. Can I promise you, you can make $20,000? You may make more, you may make less. But what I can pretty much promise you is if you do the work, you're going to make more money than you make on your job. So again, if you've shared the broadcast, go ahead and say shared in the comments so we can get started, because this information is share worthy. Thank you, Ursula, for sharing. You got people running around there trying to figure out the strategy to make money in your business. This is the strategy. Now, whether you want to do what it takes or not, 100% up to you. But the strategy is right here. And the unfortunate piece is that some people will gloss over this information. Some people will leave this video because they think to themselves, oh, it's not for me. Some people will say, oh, well, it's a trick or a scam. But we got receipts and a whole bunch of witnesses that watched this go down over the last 14 days. So if you're smart, you'll get a pen and paper and you'll write this down. First thing you got to understand is that she got help. Somebody write get help in the chat, because that's one of the things that we don't do that keeps us wasting money, that keeps us in the same space, that keeps us not living the life that we want to live. We think that we were born to do it all. And the truth of the matter is that we are just not. You don't know what you don't know. Good morning, Carla. You don't know what you don't know. And that gap in what you don't know, either about money itself or about making money, is what's keeping you where you are. So once she got help, I'm going to give you the 4 things that had to shift. Somebody type in shift in order for her to make this level of money so quickly. The first thing was her mindset. You've got to stop having an hourly wage mindset. You've got to stop having a paycheck mindset. You've got to understand that in the world of being an entrepreneur, you eat what you kill. What does that mean? That means that the only money you make is the money that you go out there and earn. No longer can you show up at a job and sit at a desk and expect to be paid. So that mindset that I need somebody over me to work, that whole I'm making good money, I love my job, that whole mindset has to shift exponentially in order to even be able to wrap your mind. She made $4,000 yesterday. Somebody say, wow, she made $20,000 in 14 days. She made $4,000 yesterday. Your mindset has to undergo a radical shift. Now, this is a new client for me. My client, Chiquita Lindsay, who's been with me for 3 years, made $140,000 in 35 days. You can say wow to that too. See, what I stopped doing is I've stopped telling you how much money I make. I'm going to start telling you how much money my clients are making. See, it's a lot of coaches out there making good money. But the question then becomes, are their clients making good money? Are their clients getting clients? Are their clients launching? Oh, when I got some more in the chamber for you. My goal is by the end of the year to have over 8 figures in client proceeds. What does that mean? That means that me and my clients would have generated over 8 figures in this year while everybody else starving, while everybody else trying to figure it out. I'm going to be over here creating millionaires. And I'm going to break this all the way down in the Total Woman Summit because I'm doing a session called The Power of Monetizing Everything. But the first thing she had to do was she had to shift her mindset to know that it was possible for her. So if you believe it's possible for you this morning, I want you to type I got next in the chat. If you believe it's possible for you to generate that level of money come on, Tiffany, in that short of time, I want you to type I got next in the chat. And then the thing you got to do is be willing to go on that gangster ride, no matter how fast the car drives, and even when you feel like you about to fall off. It makes the difference. It makes the difference. The second thing was the money. A lot of you guys are out there, unfortunately, trying to do $1 million worth of things in order to make $1 million. And that is not where it's at. She made the main thing the main thing. And in business, there's only 2 questions. How much money you're making, and are your clients happy? I'm going to let that sit there. Copies and faxes and emails and all of that, absolutely non-essential to your bottom line. She made the main thing the main thing. The only thing we talked about every day is how much money have you made, because the rest is not important. How many calls you made, not important. How many hot dogs you ate, not important. How many cotton candies, not important. When you're a business owner, the only thing that is important is your profit. Not even how much you made, but how much are you going to be able to keep? And when you get in a profit plan, I did a profit planning session with my clients last month. There's not one of my clients at my platinum level and my boss level that does not have a plan for a minimum of $250,000. Because guess what? You start with the plan. You start with the money. And everything else tends to fall in place. But she didn't let the money scare her. How many of you could say you're scared of money? Go ahead and type in me, and it's true. It's okay. Because, see, if you weren't born with money and you're not used to money, then money will tend to elude you. You tend to fall in and out, in and out, in and outs of money, like my Andrew say, in and outs, in and outs, in and outs of time. So a lot of us fall in and out of love with money when it's stimulus time. We bill time. We hate money. Latoya says she got next, y'all. But when it comes down to money, money is not the end all be all. You got to understand you have more power than money. You have a purpose that will guide you toward the money. There's something you're good at that will help you get money. But until you get money under control mentally, it's hard to take it and give it to a store. So you got to understand that she had to deal with her money demons. She had to fix her money habits. And some of y'all's biggest money habit is you don't feel like you deserve it. Somebody say, wow. When I tell you what she did, you start making excuses about why it can't be you. And it's true. Because I'm going to go back to mindset. If you're not hungry, this will not happen. Is anybody hungry? Is anybody ready to eat? Is anybody famished, starving? Because that's what it takes. Glam artist, if you would have been ready, you'd have been gone. See, let's talk about that ready word. That ready word is a tricky word. Because a lot of times we'll say we're ready, but then when we see the cost, or we see the time, or we see this or that, it starts working out that we're not as hungry as we. Oh, okay. Coach, I don't want to eat through those books to get this money. Coach, I don't want to have to go through these clients to get this money. Coach, I don't want to have to operate every day to get this money. A lot of times when the food comes out, all the people that said they was really hungry, they start going the other way. Yeah. So are you really hungry? Famished, starving? You won't be ready until then. And I'm going to go back to my number one, get help. All help ain't created equal. All help doesn't know the same things. All help is not qualified. Get help. Get help. Now, let me tell you another thing. Guerrilla marketing. A lot of y'all think y'all know how to market. And if you're ready to grab your ticket, go to bit.ly/totalwoman21. A lot of y'all think y'all are marketers. A lot of y'all think you know social media. And a lot of y'all think it takes thousands of people to make $20,000, and it doesn't. It just doesn't. But you got to be willing to put your gorilla suit on and go out there and do some guerrilla marketing. Doesn't just happen. And we're going to talk about that in the boot camp. Because, see, for every time I'm live, I'm going to generate some revenue. Even if I go live sitting in a rubber tree, swing, a rubber tire, swing set, just swinging, I'm going to make some money. So what you got to understand is that marketing plays a key role, and you've got to really understand it. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes, however many times it takes to go live, how many people you got to call, whatever you got to do. You got to be willing to do that. And if you're not, nothing's going to happen. You can talk about automation, but the truth of the matter is you can't automate yourself. Believe me, I've tried. Didn't work too well. Now, last but not least, and certainly for women not least, is the time management. Some of you guys waste $20,000 worth of time in 2 weeks. Some of you guys are so busy chasing everything that you can't chase anything. There's no one solid thing you're doing. Everything is pieces and parts. Verlin put it in the chat. bit.ly/totalwoman21. I'm going to be breaking down over the course of 4 days where your money is. So guess what? You've got to manage your time because that's all you have. You've got to manage your time because you're not going to get any more. And now it's going to be up to you. Now I'm going to name one thing that you couldn't see from the outside that she had that helped her make this money. And that, my friends, is support. We have a supportive group of women who are going to be in your corner when it's time for you to launch. Now, there's no quick fix to it. Launching takes a lot of time, energy, money, but it's always worth it. It's always worth it. So I'm going to get out of here, but I'm going to be back later. Guys, I hope you caught that. That was the mind. First of all, get help. Stop trying to do things you've never done by yourself. Number 2, it's the mindset, the money, the marketing, and the time management. It got her where she needed to be. But you got to have community too. And she had a sisterhood, a community of people who rooted her on, who was excited about her product, excited about her. And she went out and made it happen. And that's critical. So, guys, tonight, stay on the lookout for tonight. But go to bit.ly/totalwoman21. Get you some help. Sign up, grab your ticket for only $20. It's going to be an amazing event. It's virtual still. Can't wait till we can do it in person. But grab your ticket for this 15th through the 19th. bit.ly/totalwoman21. And I will catch you guys a little bit later today. Love you guys.